What a time to be a student at the illustrious Howard University. This year is unlike any other. For the first time, Howard University is providing its world-class education to its students virtually. 2020 was supposed to be our year. For senior prom, I had picked out the silkiest black tux you could find and finally scored a date with the girl of my dreams. For graduation, I had pictured the crowd going crazy. To me, Millie rocking on stage with diploma in hand so much that I would lose sleep over it. When prom and graduation got canceled, I was torn. But I was willing to wait because at least I would be attending the real HU in the fall. I had my car packed and my waves spinning when I was notified that that too would no longer be reality. It was at this point, when I was down in the dumps, that my family pulled me out and showed me that the world doesn't come to those who wait. So as an HU24 family, it is critical that we stay connected. It is critical that we stay focused. It is critical that we remain visionaries. As we can no longer depend on the plans of our physical reality, it is time that we open our eyes to my platform, virtual reality. On my platform, I stand strong on the pillars of connection, creativity, and service. First, connection is arguably the most important aspect of my platform. I will rectify any lack of connection by organizing online game shows, an HU24 podcast, and other events that will maximize our experience during virtual learning. Second, Howard students are known for their reality-bending creativity. It is important that we come together as a community to celebrate the accomplishments of our peers. With my platform, Virtual Reality, I will host digital online art showcases, open mic nights, and additional events that can be suggested by the student body via my website, isaachthomasalicea.wixsite.com/website. And finally, as we have seen over the past 6 months, service is still very possible online. Whether it's by signing petitions, providing powerful education, or even encouraging each other to give back to our local communities, it is important that we, as Howard Bison, stay true and excellent in truth and service. The good times have only just begun if you vote for good old contestant number 1. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm JADA Simone Lockett, and my platform is loving your body and treating it well. In my last 2 years at my performing arts high school, where I was a dance major, I was body shamed by my dance teacher. Being in the highest level with curves and a big butt, while the other girls were small-framed and skinny. I felt discouraged and ashamed. But today, I want to show you that you are beautiful in your own skin. In today's society, people set unrealistic examples of body image, specifically younger generations. The celebrity icons that we look up to put on a facade to not showcase who and what they really look like. My love has always been to help and encourage others to feel amazing in their own skin by appreciating their own body. It brings me joy and excitement to make a positive effect in the lives of others. My motto is treating others how you want to be treated. Loving your body and treating it well would be a collaborative effort with the freshman class and the Royal Court. to educate and bring awareness to not only the class of 2024, but the Howard community at large. By every stakeholder joining forces to educate and advocate for others to improve their body image, it would be necessary to put together an initiative tailored to help people reach an optimal life. This is the purpose for Self-Care Sundays: to unite, uplift, and enlighten, just like the Royal Court's mission. If you elect me as your Miss Freshman, I guarantee this year will be one to remember. Thank you.
Chadwick Boseman, our Wakanda King forever, once orated, when your passion and purpose is greater than fear and excuses, you will find a way. So journey with me as we commemorate the trailblazing influence the 2.0 graduates will have impacted on our society. Armed with laser-focused intent to fulfill their groundbreaking vision, these mentees have exuded the confidence required to bridge their goals and drive to become their most innovative self. The initiative of the 2.0 is to assist in the transformation of mindsets from comfortable societal norms to the confirmation that a person's major limitation is the vision of themselves and the reach of their ability. Mentees will engage in a 3-pillar approach that will unlock their hidden potential. This is achieved through the foundation of personal growth, which manifests accomplishing goals. I support the thought, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but teach him how to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. It is my belief that everyone deserves the opportunity to better themselves. And with the 2.0, this belief turns into a reality. By utilizing our community to affect change, change is sure to come. By instilling the knowledge needed to ensure success from various incentives, such as hosting monthly meetings, guest speaker panels, and seminars, we are guaranteeing the evolution of our people being placed back on top. No more crabs in a barrel syndrome. We are our brother's keeper. At HU24, I know navigating through our college experience now is unique. And although COVID-19 has been a hindrance, the 2.0 wants to highlight this hindrance as a stepping stone for an opportunity to ensure success that is unimaginable.
Only 10% of African American students attend HBCUs. Wait, hold on. I don't think you heard me. 10%. Attend universities full of Black excellence, nurturing environments, and people who come from all over, yet look like you. Now look at us, students who chose this powerful community, that wanted to be surrounded by Black excellence, the creme de la creme. We will continue to be unapologetically ourselves. But now, the real question is, how can we strengthen ourselves? Since 1989, 5 HBCUs have closed down. Universities that were once African Americans' only resource for education are closing down. It just doesn't feel right. Right now, us African Americans, we feel neglected. We live in communities where it's not even safe for us to wear headphones or hoods over our heads. We feel like there's nowhere to run. Now, how can we fix this? We start investing in our communities, using our purposes to overcome these injustices. We glow. To glow is a way of life, standing firmly behind my platform, which sets the tone as the real HU, the trend setters, to find your purpose here at Howard. To glow, it's a Howard lifestyle, which grows our community, helps us to learn new objectives, being optimistic and welcoming one another. During these times of uncertainty, we need each other more than ever. The Howard Class of 2024 is simply one of a kind. With all that we've been through, we remain to hold our heads high with dignity. With me, as your next Miss Freshman, we will establish no biasing behind supporting HU24 businesses. We will break the stigma of neglection of mental health in the Black community. We will create HBCU ambassadors where we mentor the future. We are the next legacy. We glow so that when we step foot in the real world, they know we're the definition of resilience and true excellence. We glow so that our abilities and intelligence could never be questioned. Are you ready to take part of the vision and glow? If so, you know who to vote for. Contestant number 4, YASMIN YVONNE, Senior.
Let me be real with y'all. Not being on campus this semester absolutely crushed me. I felt defeated and I also felt lost. We had no ASD, we didn't have freshman week, and we lost homecoming. I think we can all relate to that feeling of preparing for Howard, being excited for Howard, thinking about what we would do there, and suddenly all of that was just gone. Only 6% of students were allowed to return to the campus this fall, and in all of Howard's history, that has never been the case. We are dealing with unforeseen circumstances beyond our control, and as a freshman class, this means that we have missed out on so many networking opportunities to experience all that Howard has to offer. But as Mr. Freshman, I plan to use my platform Push to introduce several ways in which we can still connect and bond. I will work with HUSA and the several college departments who have already been working towards the goal of connecting the freshmen for the fall semester. We may not be swag surfing on the yard and we may not be reciting dreams and nightmares word for word, but we can still have our own never before seen Howard experience. I will introduce a revolutionary new program known as Refreshment Fridays. This will be an online space where all members of the Howard community can connect and bond. We will be able to make those valuable connections and continue to network. And if large groups aren't your thing, you can also find your own crew and just do what you do. Whether you want to discuss Coco Jones or the upcoming presidential election, this space is for you. So please, vote OBIORA OKEKE for Mr. Freshman. I am contestant number 5. Thank you.
My father once told me, once you leave this house, you begin carrying the weight of all of Black America on your shoulders. Isn't that tiring? Don't you guys feel exhausted? In our day-to-day lives, we're met with images of hate against people who look like us. Our family and friends die at the hands of injustice and brutality. This only increases our rates for imposter syndrome, helplessness, and hopelessness. So what can I do? I'm Black and I'm feeling blue. Power and persistence is just a simple way to say, you've got to keep going. When the whole world is pushing against you, you've got to come out on top. Power and persistence has 3 main principles. Empower. I want to empower HU24 to get involved in the world around us, to better our community, and to better ourselves. Unify. I want to unify HU24, especially while we're miles away from campus and we can't connect face to face. And the third one, love. I want to teach HU24 about self-love, about community love, about family love, because we deserve it. This is bigger than mental health, this is bigger than activism, this is real. We are the change we want to see in the world, and power and persistence is how we're going to get there. I am contestant number 6, JAYLA, LESLYE, Thomas.
Three is often associated with some sorts of Trinity, one of protection, guidance, and help from divine forces. But if we dive deeper into the number 3, as it relates to Black history, it's been one of suffering, oppression, and hardship. 3/5 of every Black woman and man was counted towards the South's voting representation, yet we still couldn't vote. 300% of our community is overrepresented amongst prison populations in the United States. Black men were 3 times more likely to fight and die in the Vietnam War, all for the descendants of this country who were forcefully captured from their native lands, who now make up 3 more than 10% of the population. We have been hurt, torn apart, and chastised for way too long. When my platform healed our community, I plan to do just that and build back what was stolen from us. H, meaning help our brothers and sisters. E, meaning encourage each other as we journey into the future. A, meaning advocate for the issues affecting us. And L, meaning lead the next generation into a brighter tomorrow. We must organize, strategize, and mobilize to build the future that we want to see for ourselves. I hope to use my platform as Mr. Freshman to hold bi-monthly discussions and panels geared towards having conversations that affect us, that affect the Black experience and the Howard experience. Oftentimes, issues such as sexual assault, gender inequality, colorism, racism in corporate America, and countless other issues get swept under the rug, but that ends today. I don't only want to preach the pillars of my platform, but I want to actively embody them every day and in everything that I do. Living in a country that's shown time and time again that they don't care and we don't matter to them, we must come together and show love to one another because our lives matter. Our issues matter. Our children matter. Our culture matters. We are unapologetically Black and unapologetically proud. With skin worth more than gold and hair that defies gravity, there's no limit to the things that we can do together. So I've already made the pledge to help heal our community in our fight for substantial change. Will you join the movement and do the same?
A study has shown that positive people are 180% more energized at work, 50% more motivated, and 50% more productive. So why choose to be negative? It is without a doubt that we all would have preferred to be at 2400 6th Street at this moment. It is no doubt that when we applied to the illustrious Howard University, we thought our greatest struggle would be deciding between CHN or Quad, Cook or Drew. Adaptability. That is a word that I would use to describe HU24, a class that will walk in leadership, excellence, truth, and service, no matter where life takes them. Yet, at this present moment, none of us know when we will step foot on our campus or see each other face to face. The changes that have been made to our year are devastating. But what hasn't changed are our schedules, our due dates, our assignments. It is easy to be down, to see this cup half empty, and to feel lonely. As your next Miss Freshman, I want you to see this cup half full. I will bolster the freshman class to achieve their goals and to seek success in all avenues with my platform, PAVE. PAVE is comprised of 4 key initiatives that I have deemed pivotal to a successful first year: persistence, adaptability, innovation, determination. We are learning differently, adjusting to changes, while remaining steadfast. In this season of uncertainty, one thing is for sure: SAT will aid you in making sure that your goals are still in reach. It is our choice to perceive things positively. Even in times of negativity and uncertainty, we can choose to be persistent, choose to be adaptable when conditions change, choose to be innovative when you need a new method to the same goal, choose to be determined even when the odds are not favorable, because this is how we will achieve our goals. This is how we will succeed. Choose to be paid. Choose. Contestant number 8, Sayal Naylin Seth. Thank you.
In a world that never intended to listen to you and me, we have the privilege of making them. During my freshman year of high school, I transferred from a public charter school in an urban community to a private Christian school in a suburban community. Transferring to this school was a big change for me. It was the first time in my life that I had been surrounded by people that did not look like me. Sitting in class next to individuals that despised me just because of the color of my skin. That by itself caused me to lose a lot of my confidence. I was no longer confident in who I was. I was no longer myself. A state of dejection, feeling like I was not good enough. The same is proven true, especially within a Black community. Noticing this pattern has really inspired my platform, Show Them Who You Are, which promotes leadership, individuality, and confidence. It encourages students to put their best selves forward, no matter who's around. No matter the odds, we as a community have the responsibility of doing what needs to be done. The worst move you can make in a battle is showing your opponent a sign of weakness. So why would you allow this world to see that you're afraid? Students of HU 24 have expressed to me times that they have had with their struggle and their confidence. Times when they were too ashamed to show their true selves to this harsh world. Many of them have lacked confidence in things such as their sexuality, beliefs, or even just simply the color of their skin. As your next Mr. Freshman, my platform will incorporate programs that provide a safe space for students to be themselves and gain the confidence that they need to one day show this world who they truly are. Once again, as a community, no matter who we're surrounded by or what we're faced with, we must do what needs to be done. The choice is yours. You can either continue to lack the confidence that you need to show this world who you are and continue living in silence, or you can join me, REJON TREMIR Jones, in showing this world who we truly are. Choose wisely.
When you think about your goals, do you think about what you have to do to get there? No, often we don't. We usually drool over the product, but neglect the process. And although it may be nice to be like Nike and just do it, that doesn't always work out so well. I would know. A couple summers ago, I attended the splash pad with my family. I was having such a good time that I thought, let me run through these sprinklers with my eyes closed. And I did that, and I ran right into a pole. In doing so, I was granted a nice lump on my forehead. Thankfully, it was the summer, so I didn't have to showcase that lump at school. But I share this story to say, I did not have a plan when I ran through the sprinklers. I needed my platform. So I stand here in front of the class of 2024 with my platform, the WINS. Work, intellect, negotiation, and zealousness. Work. We have to work towards our goals. A WINS is often earned and not given. We have to possess the intellect and the mindset to go after what we want. If our mind is not where the goal is, our body will not follow either. N, negotiation. We have to negotiate our time spent working towards our goals with a little bit of time of leisure as well. If we possess 100% to go after what we want, we will often get burned out and tired. And Z, zealousness. Zealousness meaning to be enthused or passionate. We have to be passionate about our goals. After all, we are our biggest supporters. And so I lay out my platform not to belittle your method of going after your goals, but to help you improve it. And I will do so with my initiative, Hilltop Pillow Talk. This will give the Bison of 2024 the opportunity to converse and collaborate with others who have reached that goal.
After all, the only way to go after your goal is to surround yourself with people who are there. So I sign off with this, Bison. We will reach our wins without letting people get under our skin if you vote me, KAITLIN, CHRISTINA, Ross, for Miss Freshman at Howard University. The best, now and then. Contestant number 10. Thank you.
On March 13, 2020, Breonna Taylor was shot and killed by LMPD in her own home. In November 2016, Michelle Obama was called an ape in heels by 2 Virginia officials. And on February 7, 2002, Kobe Phillips was born into a world that gives constant reminders that he is not appreciated and not equal. Growing up, I was often made fun of because of the color of my skin. Even in kindergarten, I was a victim of colorism because I was the darkest in my class. Today, as Black people, we are often faced with injustice and social issues that we cannot break. I believe to eradicate these issues in our government and our society, it is important to establish a confidence that nobody can break. From the mass incarceration of our Black men to the lack of advocacy in the healthcare system of our women, I believe confidence is the solution to all of our problems. With the current problems in the world that we face today, being Black in America means being born 10 steps behind compared to our counterparts. Furthermore, with being Black, there is already an added pressure to be better and to achieve Black excellence. As students of Howard University, the real HU, I believe that we are placed with a great pressure to be like the notable alumni before us. With this pressure, it can often cause us to fall short in knowing our self-worth and lack of confidence that we should already have. With my platform, Black and I'm Better, I hope to provide a solution to the Howard community. Black and I'm Better will provide students of the Mecca the opportunity to feel confident in all aspects of their lives. With my platform, I also believe that it is important to reach out to the community and be great with each other. One of the initiatives that I plan on creating is mental health check-ins that allow students of Howard to come together in a space that allows them to advocate for their feelings, emotions, express their adversities, and various problems that they may face. In these troubling times, I believe that community allows us to feel safe and valued, and that is my goal as your Mr. Freshman. And remember, through systemic racism, that closed door is an opportunity for another one because you are better. Through colorism, those negative comments hold no weight because you are better. And with being Black and attending the best HBCU in the nation, you are better. Thank you.
Have you ever felt overwhelmed but felt like you had no one to talk to? Well, I have good news. You are not alone. It is said that over 20% of African American adults will experience mental health problems within their lifetime. That means if 300 people are logged on, 60 of them are struggling. And that number is even larger in college-age Black students. With my platform, Black is King, and the implementation of my pillars, knowledge, innovation, nurture, and growth, aka King, I plan to emphasize the importance of self-care and empowerment in order to help break the stigma of mental health within the Black community. As Miss Freshman, I would propose a program called Bison Break Rooms, an open and safe space for all students to engage in activities ranging from self-care tips to quiet studying or even just openly communicating with one another. It is all about realizing that self-care isn't selfish, but instead a necessary step towards your overall health. I know personally, when quarantine first started, I struggled with losing the social aspect of school. In these unfortunate times of enforced isolation and social injustice, it is more important than ever that we cater to our mental health as much as possible. A healthy mental state is the first step towards peace, happiness, and success. And I cannot think of a group of people more deserving than HU24 of peace and prosperity. And my platform, Black is King, is here to help.